Hello and welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a video, a couple of weeks. The reason is I've been playing a lot of Kemper. I've found like this amazing sound. It's basically a Marshall with a treble booster. They say it's a treble booster, but actually I've dig deeper into that, and it's more of like a EQ bump at 3000, something like that, and maybe some bass cut. That is what the treble booster in Kemper is all about. But the combination to a Marshall profile that I've found is just magical. So I've been playing and haven't had time for videos. I've just yeah, it's so good to play on. So to me, that sparks a whole lot of ideas, and I immediately want to try to duplicate it in the analog world, and I haven't really been able to get to that sound, mainly because I've been using like treble boosters like this, and I've also built a couple. I have some previous videos about that, and I'm gonna do more exploring. I'm not saying that I'm done, but I'm getting to like clarity to clarity. Okay, so I went out and bought an EQ pedal, and with that I'm able to like boost the signal and push the 3000 a little bit, maybe cut some bass, and that sounds more or less the same like the treble booster on the Kemper. So I'm almost there. The problem is I don't have an amp that sounds as good as this profile as I'm using. It's a Michael Britt 20 watt JMP, like the lead 20 watt basically JMP, and it just reacts so good with that sound. You can hear it in a previous video, and so a long story short, I don't have a good Marshall that sounds like that. I have this 50 watter, which is to me like the best of my Marshall amps, but it's too thin, and it doesn't really work with pedals that well. It's just thin and fizzy, and too much distortion, and I get a lot of noise and issues. The problem to me, I think, is because it's modded to be like a 2204, like a JCM 800. So I've done a previous video with this amp, and it sounds like this. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great amp, and it's like almost perfect, but it has problem with like let's say the treble booster sounds like crap in it. Well, of course it's too bright, and the EQ wouldn't really respond the same, and when I'm using it, I'm only using like the gain knob at like 9 o'clock. So there's no reason for me to keep that JCM 800 mod in this one. It's basically like a cascading gain one wire mod, but it's more you can tell it's a technician that has done this. It's more, the signal is fed directly to the tube, and it's made a little bit more like a factory made JCM 800, but still I'm not using that much gain in my Marshalls. I like them at the Plexi level. So this one I'm going to return back to stock, and then we'll try and see all the EQ pedals and stuff. So and I'm also probably gonna add the Kemper profiles of this amp later on. So I'll post links down below. If I find the result to be good. So yeah, let's start by undoing the mod and then play some more and yeah, listen to all the different sounds. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's start here at the input. So the first thing the mod is doing, it's bypassing all the original wiring here and goes straight from just the top bright input. And with this wire, it goes all the way straight to the tube here, the V1. And as you can see, all the original, the yellow, two greens are just left hanging. So that's the first step there. And also you can see that green wire, it just bypasses the capacitor and the resistor here and goes down here with a small resistor. So that gray has to go, and I believe, yes, this yellow replaces that, because the yellow comes up right there. So that is what that is. And the second shielded wire here, the pin next to the gray one, that goes all the way to what was the gain control, because this was made into a JCM 800, so a 2204 model. So as you can see here, the signal goes in here, and this is a fun thing here. So the signal comes, as you can see here, the pin 1, come on, focus. So this is kind of like the bright cap. Stock, it's on the board here, 500 picofarad. So in this mod, it's just hanging here, and I don't know if you can see this, but there's also a smaller capacitor and a resistor hanging there. So this nice contraption here has to go and is replaced by let's see, these two wires that are just hanging here. So that would be I have the schematic and the hookup schedule here. So yeah, these two light gray wires will replace that, and the black one, the brown one that is just hanging, that is this one. On this pin before actually was the normal volume was a master volume before, so it just came so the middle treble lug is like the point where it goes to the phase inverter. So this one went to the first pin of the master volume, and the middle pin, this brown wire, came to the middle pin instead. So I'm just gonna change this back as it is right here. So the point onto your phase inverter goes to treble, the middle pin, and this brown wire that is just hanging right now is soldered onto the first pin there. So yeah, I think that's actually it. It's not a lot. I just wanted to make sure everything was still on the board, which it is. It looks like all original components, so no messing around there. And all the original wires are still in there, left in there, so that makes this so much easier. I don't know if you can see this. This sort of like pink wire, it's just soldered in a loop right now. One of these ends should go into, as you can see right there, where the shielded wire is right now. The shielded wire is going out. So instead of going straight to the tube there, that pink wire goes there, and then it takes the signal through here, your input resistors, and then on to the tube. So, and then it goes back. So this mod sort of like bypassed a lot on the board here, And as you can see, just put like a makeshift thing here, putting the bright cap and some resistors straight on the pot. Well, I guess you can do that. And I mean, this amp sounds somewhat fantastic, but it has a lot of noise issues, so I think this might add a lot of noise. And I'm not using so much gain like this amp can produce. Basically my gain is always set at like 9-10 o'clock, so I thought, why not go back to stock on this one? And I want to be able to use like all the inputs, not only the high treble. So I have like documented everything, so I can go back, because I really like how this amp sounds as it is right now, but it's not very usable for me right now. It doesn't take pedals very well. It's just too distorted and noisy. Basically a JCM 800, but I don't know. So let's do this and hear it afterwards.
I swore I wouldn't touch the crown, but then I tried it on a few times. Made me feel right back where I belong. Right as an armor of fire and ice, and the borderline supply the shade. If you want a party, I got some demons to let out. If you wanna get miserable, I got some good times on my mind. He just throw his sunshine on me. Fill my heart with shame. Make me wanna hurt myself till I come crawling back for mercy. Riding through fire and ice with no armor to my flesh.
Welcome back after the operation. So everything went well, and I can tell you right away, this amp sounds like it should. So no JCM 800. If you want to have that sound, go out and get a 2203 or 4. I mean, this this is a 50 watt model 1987 from 75, and it should be like this. It is just unbelievable. It's so good. The setting I'm using is fairly bassy, but remember what I'm trying to do here with the EQ pedal and also the treble booster. I want to have something more bassy so you can like cut through, otherwise it gets too thin. So this is my sort of just a Marshall. But if I do this, if I have the EQ pedal, let's see how this sounds like. So yeah, there is a lot of noise still, that squealing sound, but it's I'm too close to the amp, and yeah, can't really do anything about that right now. But I'm sort of getting the sound that I'm after. Let's see if I can bring down the gain just a little bit to save us that. No, see it. All right, like that. Anyways, that is what I'm after. So I'm glad I returned this to stock, because this is exactly how a Marshall from that time should sound to my ear. So yeah, that is super cool. Let me try this, the Keeley Java Boost. It's a treble booster. Haven't really found a use for this because it wouldn't work well with my previous amp. So let me just try this and see what sounds we're getting. And like I said, all these sounds in here, I'm gonna post like Kemper profiles down below. So if you hear anything that you like, it just yeah, you can download them straight to your Kemper. So let me just switch this out and I'll be right back. So that is the Keeley Java Boost, and it sounds great now. So I think I finally found the missing link, and it has a great like fusion tone. So let me just switch that off. So what I can say is I'm really happy I returned this to stock, and now I'm getting the sounds that I'm after. So this is just like the first kind of test, and my playing was really sloppy. But anyway, it was just a sound test, and there are more videos to come with this amp. This is now my, well, it was my favorite, but now is my absolute favorite. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.